All right, let's bring in our guest. He coached some of the most talented and also the most emotional offensive players in the league, and yet he still has all his hair. He was just announced as the head coach and general manager of the USFL's Tampa Bay Bandits, Todd Haley. Welcome back to the show, Todd.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sal. As I was a younger guy growing up in Pittsburgh, the USFL, it was a unique thing, because we had the Maulers there. You knew about the Generals, the Bandits, obviously. So when the opportunity arose, I think it's a neat thing, the fact that they're using similar logos and names because, they had an impact on football at that time.
Yeah, I look back. I did a deep dive into the Tampa Bay Bandits in that 83, 85. They were pretty good. They won most of their games, and you don't have to explain it. You got a job in the coaching realm. I thought coaches only got fired. It never occurred to me that they could gain employment, but here you are. This is great. When you get to work, I hear there's a dinner tonight, which is always a good start. Every gig, big or small, should begin with a dinner, right?
Yeah. Meetings today, meetings tomorrow, just kind of getting the lay of the land, but they got the right people behind them. Moose Johnson's who reached out to me, who I've always been a huge fan of, and is great to be around. And they got Fox and NBC, so what more could you ask for?
I looked at some of the original rosters for the Tampa Bay Bandits, and it included wrestlers Lex Luger and Ron Simmons. And is that going to be a focus for you? Are you looking to sign pro wrestlers, The Undertaker, maybe Johnny Knoxville style guys?
I don't think so, Sal. I think if they have wrestling background and they've played football, that'll be that's always been something exciting to me. But you're exactly right. The Bucks were really struggling back then, and around here in the Tampa, Sarasota area. There's a lot of people that kind of jumped on board with the Bandits because they were playing pretty good football.
Yeah. And how does it work now? Now you're a pro coach in Tampa Bay. If Bruce Arians, God forbid, he passes or whatever, do you take right over as the next coach, professional coach in Tampa Bay? I don't know how it works.
No, it doesn't work that way. They're their own entity, obviously, but the NFL is one thing. This is a unique opportunity. With, like I said, a lot of good people involved. Got to spend some time with old friends, Jeff Fisher and others today. So it was nice.
Tell me how you build a team now from scratch, because this is unlike any other situation I think you've been in, right? This is not where, all right, I have to decide if I want to cut this player or sign this. Or you are really, how do you build a team from the bottom up, like position by position?
Well, I think that's kind of what we're finding out about now. Obviously, that first year, just like a new team coming into the league, an expansion team, you got to fill your roster. So where the players come from has been very interesting to me. I can't get into all that right now, but we'll be able to fill a roster. There's a lot of guys. Especially in the springtime that want to play football, want an opportunity. And I think that's what's great about it. When I was a young coach, the NFL Europe was around and we were sent down every year for a week to watch training camp and a lot of players and even coaches came out of that league. And, it's going to be really interesting and fun. But anything new is always, you're kind of finding your way through the murky water to start.
Yeah. Now I have to ask you, and I do, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this. You allegedly reached out to Antonio Brown and asked him to join your Tampa team in the USFL. I don't know if you saw his response, but we're going to play it for you. All right.
Oh, great.
Buckle in. All right, get it ready, meatballs.
I got here. One of my old coaches named Todd Haley. He fucking coached for, let me say, it's a team in Tampa. Look what he said. Can you zoom in on this? Because look, you're probably thinking I'm making this shit up. Sometimes when you connect it to higher power, people say shit that you actually got going through. Can you read that message from this dickhead?
Just took USFL head job. Pull up starts in March. Tampa, I need you to come see, play, win a championship. I love you.
Is that the fan?
Fuck out of
I
here.
don't know if it is.
No.
Fuck out of here. What they say in New York?
You
Fuck out of
He
here.
put 10 laughing emojis.
Fuck out of here.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Bro, listen, I'm Antonio Brown, bro. I played football
No,
at
I'm
the
not
height.
talking
No,
about
listen.
playing football.
He
Go
also
ahead.
said he loved me. They decided to skip that part.
Oh, they skipped that part, did they?
Yeah. You want me to hold my phone up? I'll show you.
No, it's okay. You can tell him fuck out of here if you want. What about this? Did you really think you were going to get him? Did you really want him, or was this just something nice you thought? But just support him.
I was in the preliminary process of deciding to take this job. I knew this is somebody that I cared about for a long time and was going through obviously a lot of different things. So it was a reach out to let him know that I was continuing to support him. I did not have a contract in hand.
That's very nice of you. And I don't know if you know what you were getting into. Is there, you probably could save on uniforms, right? Because he patrols the sidelines topless. So you don't have to worry about that. You're looking to cut costs. But I have a feeling come March or April, he's going to be like, he's going to want to take you up on it. And then maybe you're like, fuck out of here and all that stuff. Who knows?
I don't know. I love AB. I mean, AB did so many great things while I was coaching him. He was really fun to be around during my time in Pittsburgh. And like I said, I've continued to support him and care for him and root for him in different ways.
Yeah.
I felt for that scene. That's not something you ever want to see, happen on a football field and on national television, no less, to somebody that you care about.
I hear you. That's very nice. You are. Now the Bucs are moving on. They play the Rams. Do you have any strong feelings about any of these 4 games? There was kind of lousy football last weekend, but yielded some really fun matchups, I think, for the weekend. What stands out as some of the best?
These matchups, I agree. There were some games, but I think when you water it down a little bit, like happened, which I think is great. I mean, give more teams an opportunity and a chance to get into the playoffs. But I think you'll have some games like that. But like you said, it leads to this week, and you have to start. You have to start with the Bills and the Chiefs. I mean, how Josh Allen played in those conditions in Buffalo against a Bill Belichick-led team defense specifically. Where he's better than anybody probably has ever been in that area. I mean, was really spectacular. And then you see Patrick Mahomes get off the little slow start. And then, oh, by the way, he throws 5 touchdowns also. So,
yeah,
I think we're going to be talking about these two guys for a very long time. I don't think this will be the last time they face each other in the playoffs. I think this will be, hopefully it could be commonplace because this is a new dynasty of quarterbacks. I mean, you have the holdovers, obviously Tom Brady. You can't say enough about Aaron Rodgers is unbelievable. I mean, I don't know that there's anybody I enjoy watching it make look so easy, but Joe Burrow, and I mean, I think for a bunch of years here going forward, we got a nice nucleus of quarterbacks to kind of lead the way in the NFL.
We really do. And you mentioned that Patriots-Bills game. Is there like a blowout etiquette amongst coaches? Because it felt like Sean McDermott could have run up like 100 points on the Patriots, or is everything thrown out the window when you have a shot at blowing out Belichick?
What the Patriots have done to the Bills over the years. Yeah. I mean, whatever they wanted to do once they got in that position, I don't think anybody would hold against them. I just cannot in those conditions. I mean, the punters and kickers are having a whole hard time even catching the ball. And Josh Allen, I think he's weatherproof. I might have said this the last time I was on. I mean, when you watched his college tape, did he have some flaws? Yes, but you saw wow plays and you saw rain going sideways or snow going sideways, and he had no glove on. And I think he's in just a phenomenal spot to be. And the Bills Mafia obviously loves him, and rightfully so. I mean, he is fun to watch and brings great passion and energy to their team.
I'm doing the math here, Todd Haley. I think you're taking the Bills over the Bucs in the Super Bowl. That's what I think.
We're just on divisional week, Sal.
I know. I got you. I know. We can't get too crazy.
I think it will not be easy. I've coached on both sides of the field in Arrowhead. I've coached as a head coach in a playoff game. I've gone in there and won a game, with the Steelers. It is a very difficult place to play. If this game were being played in Buffalo, I would lean heavy to Buffalo, but it just, you're going against Mahomes and that crew in Arrowhead it'll be louder than anywhere you can imagine. That's going to make it very, very difficult, but I could see the Bills, pulling off a huge win. It won't be easy.
That's the equalizer. Did you just laugh at when the Cowboys Dak took all the daylight he could and down? I mean, too much maybe being made of that one play. As a Cowboys fan, I could actually sit back and say, all right, we had a low percentage chance of scoring. Even if we had 2 shots from the 40 or 1 from the 25, it was going to be a low percentage chance. What was your takeaway there?
Well, first off, you're exactly right. I mean, there's many opportunities in a game to not allow yourself to be in that position. They obviously didn't come out and play the way they are, I think, capable of playing. But you can't ever say it comes down to the last play. I agree with you. It was low percentage, even if they got the clock, stopped. But, those are fundamental things that can't happen. I love Dak. There's not a lot of guys I like to watch play the quarterback position than him. I like their team, but, in that situation, we go through it as coaches all the time. I mean, that's an OTA situation. It's a training camp situation. And I'm sure they've gone through it, but you just don't go through it with the intensity and the emotion and the crowd and all the things that are going on. And, it's hard to execute. And I think when you see teams do it properly, it makes it more impressive, but get the ball to the official. I mean, you don't know how many receivers, tight ends, backs I've yelled at, get the ball to the official. I mean, you say it till you're blue in the face.
Get it to the official, even if he's 15 yards behind you. Try to just figure out a way to get it to him. No, I don't blame him for that.
A golf cart jog.
Right. Exactly. So many coaching vacancies, not the Tampa Bay Bandits. You got that job, but I'm curious about the interview process. We hear about it and how sometimes it goes for as long as upwards of 6 hours. Is that for real? Is there a buffet? Do they have massage? What could go on in 6 hours in an interview?
Yeah, I mean, it's a large process. I mean, a big process, especially if you're, in those final stages. I mean, it's a full day. It's a dinner. It's a breakfast. It's a little, another half a day. And, and it's so critical. I mean, it's about an owner and whoever else is involved in the process, making sure that they feel very comfortable with who's going to take the reins of their team. So, I went through it. I was not one of these, I hear a lot of guys say it's not a distraction. I refuse to let my agent talk to anybody or tell me anything that was going on during our Super Bowl run with the Cardinals. I just didn't think it was fair to the guys that I was coaching because, you're putting everything you have into that game. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done. It's been done. I mean, guys have won the Super Bowl that went through, a pre-interview process. But, ultimately, when you're one of the final guys that are being decided on, it's a good day and a half, maybe 2.
Wow. I think I would tap out. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not your guy. I just can't sit with you. You guys are like 85 years old and we're talking about golfing for a day and a half. This is crazy. But all right. I'm glad you were able to hang in there. Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins, who starts for the Steelers? Or is there someone else? Or would you take Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins to start for the Bandits if they're available?
I'm not. This has been something looming for the Steelers for a very long time. I mean, even when I was there, we had these conversations, but it's just not easy to find that guy. I mean, the Steelers had Terry Bradshaw, obviously, and then a pretty big lull until Big Ben showed up. You've seen other teams have it a little, go a little smoother, like maybe, the Packers, to have 3 all-time legend type guys that play quarterback for your team is really a testament to their organization and what they've been able to do, because it's not easy. You see other teams struggle to be at the right place at the right time and make the right decision. And that's the key. I mean, you better know the guy that you really think is the guy. But at the same time, you need to be in a position to get him, and that's the hardest part.
Yeah, they're going to have, I mean, I guess they'll have Russell Wilson. They'll have who knows what Rodgers will end up doing, but what do you do if you're the Steelers? You're in the middle of the pack. They have all that history. I don't know if they go through the draft or they do try to get like a second-rate quarterback and build around it. It's a tough question.
It is very tough, and but they'll do a great job with it. Obviously, Kevin Colbert's one of the best. Now, I know he's talking about potentially hanging it up after the draft, but he's going to be there. He's been going through this process of looking at all the potential candidates. I know Coach T will do a tremendous job. He will take it as a great challenge. And how can you? I mean, they were a struggling team this year with a lot of different issues that still found their way to a winning record and into the playoffs. Was it the final destination they wanted to get to? No. But I have tremendous belief in Coach T and Kevin and the Rooneys and the entire organization. So you just don't know how it's going to fall. I mean, you know how it goes. The further you go through the process right now, nobody knows a whole lot about all these college guys. But as you go through the process, which I would expect this year will be closer to a more normal process, I hope, guys stand out, stand above, and you might just get lucky and be sitting in the right spot.
And it couldn't hurt to reach out to Antonio Brown via text, right? I mean, he'll keep it between you. He's very, very, very intimate with that. Oh no, he'll read it on some podcasts. Yeah. Well, Todd, thanks so much. Tampa Bay Bandits. Yeah, the head coach. It's very exciting. You have some big shoes to fill with Steve Spurrier was the coach of that team, right?
Yeah, big shoes. So we got a cool name and a cool logo. So that's the starting point, and then we just got to do a good job.
I'm very excited. You seem laser focused, and I'm sure I'll be betting on this team tons in just a matter of months.
All right.
Thanks so much, Todd. I appreciate you coming on.
All right. You guys have a great night.
All right. Take care.
Enjoy the football.